Yeah.
There's just like this thin
glass.
Gabe von Welsheim lifts up a solar panel destined for a San Diego rooftop.
So this is glass, and then the cells are actually behind the glass there, and then it's all enclosed from the back.
Von Welsheim founded Aloha Solar 2 years ago, and business is brisk. This installation in Del Mar will be up and running in a day, and von Welsheim says another crew is working at a different location.
You produce the energy whenever you want. You can pull it back kind of whenever you want.
There's consumer interest in solar because it saves customers money and helps the environment. The California Public Utilities Commission set up rules for solar known as net energy metering, which locks in the price of electricity that residents sell back to utilities. And the current version also requires a small monthly fee to pay for fixed costs.
It's agreement locked in, and the agreement is pretty favorable for solar customers right now. And then net metering 3.0 is the next phase, and there's some uncertainty as if it'll be, it definitely will be less favorable. How less favorable is to be determined.
The state's investor-owned utilities are asking for major changes. They want to slash the price of electricity they're required to buy from homeowners who install solar systems, and they want to charge a monthly grid connection fee that could be up to $90 a month. They argue solar customers are saving money at the expense of their neighbors. San Diego Gas and Electric declined an opportunity to discuss their position, steering KPBS to surrogates like the Utility Reform Network or TURN.
For future customers, future solar customers, let's bring the subsidy in alignment with the fact that costs of solar installation are dramatically less than they were once upon a time.
Mark Toney is the group's executive director, and he says the solar subsidy needs to be cut in California because the state's electricity prices are already some of the most expensive in the nation.
In San Diego, we estimate that that's about $260 a year that non-solar customers are paying extra. And what we'd like to see is we'd like to bring that down so that the customers who don't own solar get a little bit of a break because prices are just too high.
The cost shift argument is a common talking point for groups like TURN and the Natural Resources Defense Council, which have aligned their reform proposals with the utilities. They argue that electric customers without solar pay higher prices for electricity because solar customers are buying less. That allows solar customers to avoid paying for grid maintenance, transmission lines, and wildfire mitigation costs baked into the rates. The NRDC estimates only about 15% of the retail cost of a kilowatt hour pays for solar subsidies. Bernadette Del Chiaro is the executive director of the California Solar and Storage Association, and she says the investor-owned utilities are flexing their financial muscles.
They have so much power and influence, and they hire PR firms with millions of dollars to spend, and they effectively shape the whole debate and take something that's kind of confusing and make it seem like it's a very difficult decision.
While KPBS couldn't ask SDG&E any questions directly, they did email a statement. Utility officials said they've been working on net energy metering reforms for the past year and are eager to see the system's inequities addressed. Del Chiaro says the company is too focused on profit.
Instead of looking at how to improve upon net metering and make it better for people with lower income, people in apartment buildings, people that are faced with repeated grid outages, instead they're saying, let's just take the guillotine to this program and make solar twice as expensive and completely inaccessible to everybody.
The solar market reforms won't be finalized until early next year, and any preliminary plans could change before the California Public Utilities Commission votes on them. Erik Anderson, KPBS News.